Welcome back, survivors. I'm the Survivalvis, and we return to Carnivoresgenesis, where this week we are going to go back to the Forgotten Forest, and we are going to be trying out the Rift Laser Expo, so that next week, which, yeah, I think that'll be the last Monday in March, will be a good day to do a side-by-side of the Laser Expo and the upcoming laser rifle from the Redux of Genesis. So, what else do we want to do this week? Well, I think we'll turn Tranks on, because we do want to grind the points up, and I am thankfully feeling much better than last week. Like, that cold had me completely floored, but now I'm feeling alright, better, kind of more in my element again. Try to avoid the kind of ending death where we got killed by a literal tree. That's a highlight for the hunting career, isn't it? Dead by tree. So, what are we going to do today for points? Well, we don't have too much, but we can do a little bit of our usual, roster. I just don't know. Yeah, I guess maybe we'll go for a trike. I'm not really sure what to expect from the Rift Laser Crossbow here. Forged from alien technology from an unknown dimension, this unique weapon is only for hunters who have proven their worth in the field. Tricky to use, but dangerously rewarding, this strange weapon is ideal for most hunting situations. It sounds very interesting. Not quite as lethal as the Rex Wrecker, but again, we'll try it out, see how we do, and with our little bit of a preview of the Forgotten Forest last week, we should be much better equipped to see what else lies in this map. So everything's looking pretty good. Let's hop in and get to a brand new hunt. Okay, so we are all loaded in here now. Ooh. That sounds powerful. Wait a minute. Hold. Okay, it might not... I mean, I guess maybe it's supposed to be like a holographic sight or something, but I just love the fact that we actually have, a reticle to properly work off of in one of the mods. I think we had something sort of like that in Mandibles with the railgun, where it's almost like a very faint, transparent sight, but this is actually... Oh, and let me... 1, 2, 3, 4... There, smooth out the, the mouse DPI, so that way it's a little bit better on camera. I've noticed the footage has improved a little... Oh, my bad, didn't mean to hit run. I guess I forgot to turn it off after we got off of those kind of cliffs there. Yeah, I found a little bit of improvement in my skills having lowered the sensitivity, so that way it's not flying everywhere trying to line up a shot for anything that does surprise me. And we are actually on very familiar ground, because it was just last week our first attempt on the map that we got killed by the Utah right around here. So we can go off more to the west, see what else there... Oh. Well, I see our arch enemy from last week, so it looks like there's going to be one in each of those little oases. So we don't want to go too close, and I don't want to go investigating... Basically, as soon as I hear the sound, I'm going to back out. Curiosity killed the cat, and I've died several times as well with it. Okay, I heard something. I do not believe it was the tree. Oh, that's what I heard. Isn't that an interesting statement? I heard something, but I don't think it was a tree. Because trees are so noisy, and you hear them call so often. Oh, Lord. It does feel good to be back, kind of up to snuff or up to health with things, though. So we'll see how we can do, bag ourselves a few animals, and also try out this crossbow. I don't know the range I should try for it, though. I love that you actually get a little bit of basically a circle that you can use for your frame of reference. And something also about being on the Forgotten Forest as a map is, I found that the video quality has actually improved a bit, because I guess there's not so many colors that are so similar. I know for Siberian Expeditions, I found that one, even if I try rendering with a lot better settings, it always kind of is noisy and blurry whenever you're kind of moving, not so much walking like this, but if you move the camera around more like this, not to make anybody sick, apology if that did, I've noticed that really causes a lot of that noise or kind of hazy blurriness. Someone also, it's mainly on YouTube's end, and I wish it was almost like a feature you could unlock, is when videos go up onto YouTube, depending on how well they get for, views, they might actually be rendered with YouTube's better video codec. The only way to really access that, and I may do a video kind of showing that the thing I'm talking about off, but if your video hits, like, I'm guessing maybe the threshold is like 500 views within a certain period of time, then the video will actually get rendered not with the AVC1 codec, but with the VP9. And you can actually see a good example of how vastly superior the quality is with the VP9 in a couple of my videos. Oh. Okay, so it does work like a crossbow, where it almost, like, chucks out something. I just don't know how close I gotta be for, like, what it chucks. And anyway, it's actually the Ecosystem series, which is kind of weird enough, but episode 4 managed to get over 600 views, which is very, very good for what my channel usually does. Okay, well, let's get up close here and see. Oh! So that's interesting. As much as we watch the projectile go, it doesn't actually seem to matter if it lands, or basically, the projectile that actually deals or takes down the animal might not be the one we're seeing fly. Just because it looked like that shot should have completely went behind it, but it did take the trike down. So that is an interesting little thing to know about this. And it does seem like it just chucks this big... Oh, well, I mean, looking at the ammo up in the top left there, I guess I can understand. It just chucks a blue bar, blue beam at whatever you're aiming at. No, there's the Utah Pots. Yeah, that is on our list. Now, if we can get him in towards us, and we're actually good with our shooting, we actually have, like, the little zone we can... Yeah, you can see it seems like it hits the true projectile goes out first, and maybe it's like invisible or something, and then the second one is more like visual effect for it, but it is pretty powerful. I honestly think that it took the trike down with the one shot. And what do we got? No, this feels like overkill for any poor little ambient animals. So we'll keep going and see what else we can find. And yeah, aside from a little bit of weird lighting, which might just be because of the elevation we're at. Oh. Daytime? Nighttime. Daytime, nighttime. Day, night, day. There are some interesting little lighting things you'll come across. It's just how the engine operates. It has some quirks here or there. Throughout all of Carnivores, you can come across little things like that through it. Well, that was a pretty successful little start, so let's head into the mainland of the map and keep going. And then, yeah, I mean, I don't want to do too much self-promoting of my videos or stuff, but I gotta try to make some progress, damn it. So, it's stunning. If you watch the Ecosystem number 4 of my series, it looks so crisp and clear and, like, crystal clean. There's nothing to it. But then you go to episode 5 or 6, which were rendered on my end at the same video settings. It's much more pixelated, blurry, noisy, and the only difference is because of whether you have that VP9 codec or not. So it's not as easy as somebody just trying to say, like, oh, well, all you have to do is just do it in that. Just pick that for all your videos and everything will look better. I don't have a say in it, and that's what really sucks. I have to... You only really get them if your videos are uploaded in... I think it's 1440 and above. YouTube defaults into giving them the VP9 codec. But the problem is, I can't record in 1440. I don't have any of the things in place to do that. The highest I'm doing is 1080. Which you'd assume would be what you could kind of use for it, but that's not enough for the default. And that's where I wish it was, again, another feature on YouTube you could unlock or make it easier, because then YouTube is even more against you. It's not just the algorithm, it's... your video's up there, but you know what, it's not getting you any views or whatever, so yeah, you don't get the VP9. Another thing, too, is I don't even know what the requirements for a VP9 codec are on the videos, because it's weird. All the Carnivores ones that I've done, they've all been AVC. Even, like, the one Saurian Target has helped me out immensely on with, like, the Redux that have gotten a lot of attention to them. They are all AVC1. They aren't the VP9. and I still cannot figure out what the bare requirements are. The only thing I can think of is that it has to be, I'm guessing, that 500 views within a certain allotted time frame, and you'll be given a VP9 on the video if you're not a larger channel. Nope. Wait, I think that's the second actual trophy ship we found, isn't it? Or is that the first one again? I can't remember the location of the other one. Oh well. But yeah, the video codecs, it feels like YouTube is so against you as you're small and trying to build up nowadays. It can be disheartening, but I just wish there was a little bit more clarity on the video codecs, because it's basically, if Ecosystem is that superior looking, just using the two codecs, I wonder how games like Carnivores or other series I've done, how much better they might look if I were to be able to get the VP9 on them. And it's not even something where you can, like, right-click or change the video settings to say, okay, I want to use the VP9 to see what this is like. No, you can change the resolution of the video. You have no input on changing how the codec is for it. There used to be a way where if you would just edit the YouTube video... Oh, jeez. No, I'm tempted to shoot you just because you spooked me like that. But I'm going to leave you be because I'm a better person than that. It felt weird even saying that myself, didn't it? I had to stop a moment. That doesn't sound like me. But no, we'll try to be a bit better. Again, I'm in a good mood. I'm feeling pretty good. So we'll just keep focusing on the stuff we have selected this week. Which is one of these guys right up there. The Sinraptor. So yeah, and it's not even something I can say, like, there might be a certain subscriber count if you hit, you'll get the VP9 on old videos going forward. I really don't know what the requirements are for it. And I truly wish I did, so that way it'd be something, okay, that's our next goal to aim for. Because if a video looks better, or looks... Yeah, I gotta say, I'm really liking this weapon. That's another one down right there. Anyway, back to the other rant, because I'm actually managing to keep track of what I'm talking about, and as I'm hunting this week. It's a miracle, I know! What the... Oh, wow. Okay, this has some good range to it. But I don't know what the heck was that bombardment of sounds from right here. I think I'm just going to get off the mountain for right now, because it didn't seem happy we were up there. But yeah, that is the mystery I'm trying to unravel, and it's also another thing where... Oh, okay, so we do got a Utah up there. Good to know. We might have to be a bit careful. I don't actually know how rapid fire you can be with this. You know what, maybe I'll just try using one and then we'll see what their reload is like. Oh wait, oh wow, there's no reload to this. I wish I had that when we were in Siberian Expeditions, if I'm honest. That's really nice that it doesn't have like a reload animation. Well, I mean, it's kind of that catch-22 almost. It's nice that it doesn't have a reload animation, so that way you don't get caught like in an uninterruptible animation, which can get you killed. Oh, but on the same token, it does add a little bit more immersion to have a bit of a reload animation or something in place for the weapons. Well, we'll try chasing down this... Oh, there's the Utah over there. Yeah, I'll try taking it down, and we'll see how we're doing for timing and everything. Okay, I think that's just the Moz Chops running, but I gotta say... Like, the mouse sensitivity, I feel much more in control now. That really, really has helped, because it makes... I guess because I flail about so wildly, lowering the sensitivity makes it so that way those are more controlled movements, and it's easier to line things up. Now, I saw Sinraptor running this way, so we'll go get him. But yeah, that's kind of just the mindset I'm in right now, or for... Oh, Galmimus, okay. Or just for, like, this week, and as I'm recording this video. I do think it is neat, though, like... Not trying to self-promote, but just because you have such a clear example of how different the two videos are with that video codec. Is ecosystem number 4 and number 5 or 6. I'm amazed at how much quality is lost in between, or... There we go. So I still got a few shots, actually. And this has probably been one of our most rewarding hunts we've done in quite a while on Genesis. Makes me really curious what the laser rifle's going to be like. We'll just try going up towards the other island there. Again, we're not going to go try to hug the tree. We learned out what happens if you try doing that. So we're going to go up to the other end, see what we can find. And if nothing else, we have a lot of points we can cash in on as we get back to base. Or, well, back to base, back to the menu. It's kind of like going back to a base of sorts. And I think that wraps up basically the talk I wanted to. I'll probably put those 2 videos down in the description as links. I still wish I knew what the circumstances are. I feel like it's around, again, that if you can get the 500 views within a certain amount of time, it'll turn it to a VP9. I may be even mistaken on that, and it's something else but entirely different. Hell, everybody kind of understands if you're on YouTube, it works in weird and mysterious ways. I've seen... Okay, just a Mostops there, but I thought I saw something almost like Gallimimus or Utah Raptor up here. Oh, actually could have even just been that other Mostops. Well, I think if we can enjoy a nice quiet bit of an end to... I don't know what the heck that is. Okay, so I think I'm hearing the Brachiosaur. There might even be another Tricer... Nope, Brachiosaur there. Maybe that's what I've been hearing. Yeah, it could just be the 2 of them I've been dancing back and forth with. So I am just going to head up here. We'll take a little look-see, and then we'll probably end things off and return to the menu. I also have decided to revert back from the rendering settings that I did have on the go. Oh, we got a Stego. Unfortunately, he's not on the roster, but I mean, then again, we do got the... Oh, well, off he runs. Yeah, if we do get a second chance in just a moment or 2 here, we'll try for him. But I'm going to also revert the rendering settings back to what I have been doing. Like, the 2-pass, it sounds pretty good, but if YouTube is going to completely crap on my videos with how they render and use the video codec, there's not too much point in spending triple the time a video's run is, trying to make it look all nice and pretty. It's going to get reduced back, so I'm just going to keep doing what I had been before the 2-pass there. Because, again, it also saves a lot of time on my end. Half-hour video can take 2 hours, or 45 minutes could take 2.5 hours. It's one of those, you really lose a lot of time if you do try doing the 2-pass. It can make your videos... Yeah, this is just 1 shot, 1 kill. Dang, I love this. I see our other archenemy up there. We're not going to go any closer. And I think we'll head back with that, because this has been an incredibly successful hunt in Genesis. I think it's our best in weeks. Okay, so we're back in the menu here, and yeah, we are getting up there in points. We're actually only 4 away from our aim combo, the Forest and the Mantelodon, so... We still have a lot of points to go up from there just to get the weapons, but I mean, with this weapon and any other of the maps, I think we're going to start cruising on the point grind. So next week is going to be the showcase of the Rift Laser Expo here and the coming Redux's laser rifle. We'll see how the final weapons feel and stack up against each other. One thing to also remember for that is that the Reduxgenesis is going to have mortal zones, so there's going to be quite a bit of performance differences here between the 2. But overall, it should be a pretty exciting week, and hopefully you guys will like it as well. We'll end this episode here. Thank you guys very much for joining me on this episode of Carnivoresgenesis. If you did like the video, be sure to give us a like, and if you have any comments, tips, or tricks, be sure to let me know in the comments right down below. I always try to respond to any feedback or questions as they come up on the channel. So thank you guys for listening to my rant, and hopefully I'll see you again very soon. Please remember, as always, survivors, to take care and stay alive.